doing the research now. It's like shit. Like you want the Superman to be comic accurate, you know what I mean? But you don't want it to be too comic accurate. But I'm gonna be honest though, bro. You know what? Something the realization I came to this past week is that, bro, whether we like it or not, we about to get a jokey ass DC, bro. The DC universe, cinematic universe, bro. And it's nothing we can do about it. It's about to be jokey as hell. It's gonna be a lot of jokes. Like, there's gonna be some tender moments, pause, but it's about to be a jokey DC going forward on screen, bro.
So did you have like a revelation or something that happened, or you just was like, I mean, I know we talked about this a lot.
Yeah, no, I know we talked. We talked about this, but it was like it's one of those things. It's like there's no point in getting upset about that again or getting hung up on that. Where you man, I don't want this shit because we talked about it. Like, man, I don't want this shit. Better not be too jokey. You know what I mean? Like, crypto better not be talking.
Yeah.
I sent you a text. Like, I better not, like, I don't want to see too many anthropomorphic characters, bro. Like, I don't need, hey, look, Gorilla Grodd can't be the first villain that you come out the gate with. You know what I mean? If I come to find out that Ultraman and everybody being controlled by Gorilla Grodd, I'm gonna be a little, miffed about that or whatever. Pause. But what I'm again, the epiphany I had, it wasn't even an epiphany. It's just the realization I had, where I had to just say, like, man, it is what it is. It's about to be a jokey ass DC, bro. It's no getting around it. I don't want it to be too dark either, like it was with the Snyderverse, but it's about to be jokes. Man.
That's a good point, because could it possibly be like a de facto, or just a not that it needed, but could it possibly be a route of like a course correct, right? Like thinking, like, because that was so, when you step away from the Snyderverse and you just think about like the walk-in movie was Man of Steel, and I love Man of Steel. Man of Steel was probably darker than it should have been,
right? And
definitely the ending.
That's a great point. And to add,
but it might have been,
to your point, let's keep it a buck. We really was coming off of 3 Dark Knight movies, right?
Yes,
those were dark.
Yes,
they wasn't really jokey.
No,
I get it that technically though, Man of Steel and Dark Knight are, but Christopher Nolan did produce the first Man of Steel movie. So he did kind of set up the DCEU or the DC or the Snyderverse, whatever, to be dark based off that first Man of Steel movie, which was coming off of 3 Batman movies that were grounded in dark and gritty. So we really coming off like 10 years of straight darkness. So yeah, you're right. The jokiness might be a course correction. Might be, or just a time for, a good time to change, direction.
Because one thing that you
hear,
the
tone of these movies.
Because the thing that you hear, like, we watching it, right? We watching it. I'm like, man, I love the Superman movie, right? But like, that might have been just a bubble that liked it the way they liked it. Mm-hmm. Whereas like the general, when you walk into the movie, we think about it. The beginning thing we see the destruction of Krypton, right? Which is cinematic. It's beautiful. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, this it's not a flashback where it's like later on, and he going back and it's a moment that he see later in the movie. No, we walk into that, right? And then like right after that, he almost getting into a bar fight. You know what I mean? He done put a semi into a pretzel. Like, this is a different kind of
hard it up like a
yeah. It's a different kind of movie that we get into we ain't even really heard no dun 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 dun. We never got to that tone. We never got to that with my guy. Like, we never got to that with that Superman. Like that. I mean, that's kind of a baseline, right? Mm-hmm. We got to kind of always we get to there. But he was in 3 movies, and that never happened.
We got him snapping somebody's neck though.
We got some necks getting snapped.
Yeah.
Right. But never that. He never had that moment where he that never happened.
Never saved the cat, right?
So like, saved the cat moment. your boy, pitch meeting.
Yeah.
He literally saves a cat.
Hey, shut up. What he say? He said, what about the cat? Hey, shut up. So we're just gonna leave the cat. Hey, shut up. Yeah.
But yeah, that never happened. So yeah, I had this moment because the reason I asked that question is you have an epiphany because I saw a little blurb the other day, maybe it was yesterday, where Nathan Fillion was like, "Oh yeah, my guy Gardner is a jerk. His Green Lantern version is a jerk."
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, just let it go, big homie. Like,
yeah,
let it go because
he about to be a goofball, bro.
Because for me, that's not what I want, right? But who knows how much impact he have on the movie and all this and all that. And I got a Green Lantern show that is not theoretical. It's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that may be more along the lines of what I want. And who knows if one of them ain't in there in this movie to kind of like counterbalance the Lantern. Because I don't like that's a wild swing. I don't know how many people care about the core, right? But I do, and that's kind of wild. Like the one we get is that one, like meaning like to set the tone as like the tone setter for what we expect the whole Lantern Corps to be as they appear in this version of the DC. But yeah, when I saw him say that, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be that.
When I saw him at the Puppy Bowl, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I'm with you though. Yeah,
you know what I was thinking about doing as we start this talk. Let's look at the trailer.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen this really like once. You cool with that?
Yeah. I was going to ask you that, because before we answer, it's what you talking about, the
Superman trailer?
Yeah,
one that came out a little while ago. The teaser.
Let's break it down.
Dun, 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 dun.
Never got it, bro.
We never got that, man. I feel like you kind of gotta get that, right?
That moment where he persevered,
Yeah,
fly around the earth, turn back time.
Yeah, he might do some wild stuff like that. But that was like a historical moment, and if you of a certain age, I guess you could watch it now. But if you a certain age, Superman flew. Hey man, he reversed time. He circled the globe.
Yeah, turn back time, man.
See what this talking about. Let me see.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm about to see this IMAX too.
Yeah.
Boy, you got the mop top.
Everybody was rushing. Maybe not rushing to work. John Williams.
Yeah, I think they got the right.
Man of the Galaxy.
Hopefully they don't claim God early. It's been out for a minute. They shouldn't though. Crypto's hauling, boy. Crypto hauling, bro.
They say booking.
Man.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Right there was more of a moment than we got in the entire Snyderverse.
Superman.
That old boy Bo throwing that can.
Oh man, Nathan is saved and is still being a jerk about it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though. I would not be surprised if I can say that. I hope we don't get too much montage work. Like where he like, it's been a busy week. And that's where he beat the dragon, whatever. Yeah, I hope that's not montage work. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, where they do like, trying to think of an example where they like, he be like, yeah, I've been working hard this week. I had to fight a dragon. I had to save save a little girl.
Yeah.
I had to
I feel like the beginning of it was parts of Love and Thunder. Was it Love and Thunder that had that
Yeah, that's where I couldn't think of an example, but
Yeah.
that's perfect. Yeah, Love and Thunder exactly kind of did that, where it was like had to get back in whatever his line was when he had to get
Yeah.
back in shape, whatever, and
Yeah.
he pulling like because they just combed over that whole thing, like bro, you was clearly depressed in Endgame, like bro, you
Yeah.
was out of it. It was to the point where it was like he actually had to kind of act like it was like that was a tough scene. Only for them to just kind of comb over it and his time with the Guardians and just montages like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's over. Okay. Yeah, I was lonely, whatever his lines were. I can't even remember. But luckily, James Gunn ain't had nothing to do with that. So.
Oh yeah, we was going to the Taika universe, right? If it was Taika running the DC, then it'd be
Then the jokes would be a problem. Yeah.
The only thing I would have like, and we're gonna get into our discussion, but the only thing I would have like because there's gonna be a good chance, there is a chance that the Superman movie will be like some of the other stuff that have come out. It'll be good, just not for me, right? And that will be just something. I won't come on here and be like, man, they did, but like, look, they clearly let me know that's what it was going to be. Right? It wasn't like I got duped and going to the movies, and it wasn't like Love and maybe I had to look at some of the stuff Love and Thunder was showing early, but I still felt like I got duped. By the middle of the movie, I was like, okay, man, now y'all making fun of it.
Yeah.
But I've openly said this on here before. Like, I know Peacemaker's a good show, but it's just not for me, right? Like, it just wasn't for me. And some of the other stuff. So I would feel that maybe even Suicide Squad was like that, where it was like, okay, this is a little bit not for me, which is okay.
Yeah, well, I like Suicide Squad, but yeah, if you told me like, hey, this can't exist anymore, I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
Whereas I might keep a lot of other stuff, like I got to keep all the Guardians movies, like you know what I mean. But yeah,
and there's a portion of it where it's like
I liked it a lot. I didn't love it.
It was a portion of it where that probably was way really because that's probably what kind of feeling you want when you in the movie theaters. Oh man,
yeah, facts.
You getting that and like you having that like communal laugh, right? Things of that nature. It probably was made more for. So when I just watched it, I'm sitting in the crib. I was dolo just watching it, and I watched it on HBO Max when it was HBO Max. Now it's just Max,
right?
But when it was just HBO Max, it was just like I just didn't find a lot of it funny. So if I don't find a lot of it funny, then and it's intended to be funny, right? It just wasn't my kind of joke, my kind of humor. So I have a feeling like when I go to where we at when so shit went sideways once we get here, right? It's sideways when we here. He going out here and blocking everybody, from seeing. So something sideways strong that he need their help. Like he don't need his help from those people, right? But he got dog walked at this point.
Yeah, he clearly struggling.
Yeah, he got dog walked at this point
because he got like the soot. Like he done took some full,
Yeah, he let everybody down or something, or he got exposed. Probably more than likely he got exposed, and now they get to blame him. But like, I want to go back to my man's face. I missed.
Homegirl walking with him, she right behind him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that in the movie, and
she carrying the mace, like you know what I mean, like.
John. I mean, I'm gonna need John.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah,
John about to go up.
You about to try to get those, yeah. Yeah, man, I just going back to the Suicide Squad movie because you brought up that's a good point about that. Like, and we just judging because you try to get an idea of what James Gunn gonna do, and it's like think about it. It's like again, we talked about this last week with Adam Warlock. It's how many like world or how many big threats or major characters are you gonna take and kind of satirize them, like turn them into like spoof them out, like you did with Warlock, like you did with Starro. Even though Starro was kind of like a decent little villain for the Suicide Squad, you kind of like spoofed him out a little bit, just a little bit. Like the whole like thing stuck to their face and all that. Like, but like Starro was like a major villain, kind of. Not, maybe not like Darkseid or Doomsday level, but Starro, like, he done threaten the entire, like, the world, the universe, like, this whole hive mind mentality thing. It's like, you know, he has been a major threat in the past. You kind of spoofed him out a little bit. Not to the point. I just hope we're not doing that with Lex. That we don't do that with the dark side. We don't do that with other villains outside of Superman, like, you know, like Sinestro or somebody like a Flash villain or somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like how many of these? Because I know some of them you can't help it. Like some of them are going to be spoofed out.
If you get Solomon Grundy gonna be spoofed. Right? Grundy gonna be Bizarro.
Grundy want to help. You know, like, born on a Monday, prison on the Tuesday, whatever the rhyme is. Yeah, like some of them are.
I expect that. Actually,
some of them are gonna be spoofed out, but it's just like
if Grundy showed up, I'd laugh. That's designed to be funny for me.
Let's go back to Guardians of the Galaxy. Ronan was kind of spoofy a little bit, not in a bad way. Like, I'm not saying that word. I'm not saying spoofy like meaning like, oh, you ruined it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they ended up, the last thing they ended up doing with Ronan was a dance battle, bro. Like,
dance stuff. Dance to save the galaxy.
And he was intentionally over the top and like campy, right?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Like, what he say? What was his line? Like he's just over the top.
What the one you talking about too?
Yeah. So even though he was a decent villain, kind of was spoofy a little bit, you know. Dude, does that work? But it's Ronan. It's not Darkseid. We was kind of, you know, for most people, that was the first time they really seen Ronan on screen or heard of Ronan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People know who Lex Luthor, Darkseid, Sinestro. What's the other guy? What's the guy with the kryptonite in his core?
Metallo.
We know who they are.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So it's like, how many can you do the same? Because that's part of what made Guardians so great. Is like that was the world's, that was their introduction to the world. Just happened to be on screen. A lot of people read Guardians comic books.
Exactly.
So to the normie audience, it was their first time seeing it. You can kind of play around with certain characters like that. Paul was like, you can kind of play around and be like, oh yeah, this Ronan, he way over the top. He can't be, all he care about is the Kree Empire, but he like a despot, whatever, and blah blah blah. You can do that. It's like with Superman though. That was the Guardians. You can kind of get away with that. I don't know if Superman, I worry about that a little bit more.
Yeah, and no, I think there is that, and there almost is an expectation that it's going to be that, right?
Yeah,
like just based on because it's like what Gunn is really, he's incredible at is almost making a couple faux pas in the last one.
Yeah,
he's really good at making them engaging. Right, he make people engaging, like straight up and down. Like, so, like when you get with the Guardians, it's really about not really, it's about that group, right? But what makes me, but the perfect vehicle all around Chris Pratt's Star-Lord, right?
Yeah.
But Soup not that, nor should he be anything close to being like that, right? If it was Wally West,
there you go,
right? If it was Wally West, Shazam, like some of those characters, you get that. You could easily play with that, like they got to like get back on their feet and they done lost confidence, or
right,
this or whatever the trope. I'm saying that just because I have another word. Whatever the thing is that needs to get that hero to a point of leadership, the hero back on its feet, right? Like getting back in his lane to finish the mission,
Yeah, he don't have that ego in that. He's not like Superman's never putting up a facade.
No.
You know what I mean? Like he's clearly, like, everything is kind of just out there. Like he's, he don't let his ego get in the way. Even Batman does way more than, you know what I mean? Like Batman's like, I'm Batman, you know what I mean?
100%.
I'm gonna take on the whole, like, I'll fight all y'all, like, you know what I mean? Superman is like, no, let's try not to get everybody hurt. Look, I'm gonna move you over here, and then So it's like when he does fall, it's not because it's not like he's like it's a good point what you're saying. Like where characters like Wally West, Star Lord, they got this facade of like, oh, I'm the cool guy.
Yeah,
When that's broken, then they gotta not only do they gotta build up the, like, oh, I gotta come back physically, I gotta come back, I gotta mentally rebuild this, eat my ego and my facade and my belief and everything. And I don't think Superman, like I don't think that works the same way with Superman.
And then there's the part. So like, let's go back to Snyder, because it's a shout out to the Donner and all them. It's a Herculean task to do Superman. And right, I was just seeing something. I didn't read it, but it was like how tough it is for people to do like Wonder Woman, right? But it's tough to do Superman, right? Because one, obviously the power set and the power scaling, right? Like, I mean,
absolutely.
And then kind of like the kryptonite of it all makes it too easy the other way, right? So to have that perfect balance, what I always felt like the Reeves, Gene Wilder, Superman, all that stuff, and the things that were involved kind of like kept it always intriguing. I need to watch them again. I might be overselling it, but I don't think I am. Right. But when you get to like how much people know now, like, we were just offline talking about like Comics Explained or talking about different resources beyond just reading ourselves, to where we can quickly understand about the Rose Gallery. We can quickly understand about different portions of his life. Some people, watched every episode of Smallville just to know everything about the upbringing of Clark, right? So all those things, and then all those things that are in place. But when you get into here and so as I circle back and was thinking about one of the things about the Snyderverse, right, that it never had, and I can't remember a point. I'm trying to think, but there was never nothing in those movies where it was like there was a part of there that was just like something of levity, somebody that would have been like something funny, right? Just like a funny character that was in there where it was like we got all this going on, but we got this kind of funny character. Or if you let like charisma show throughout. Yeah. Now, I don't think Nolan's Batman movies had any of that. I'm trying to think, but those are so detailed and
right
where it gets you with and it's Batman. Like you get a pass with Batman.
Yeah, it's
right?
it's almost
from all that stuff. I
dark.
actually don't want to ever see that.
No, you don't want the goofy, like, and that would be Robin probably if they did, or Batgirl or somebody like that. But yeah, you almost don't want that in a origin story Batman,
right?
You know what I mean? That seemed like that's something that come later after he done accomplished some things,
Yeah, if that ever happens, but like
right.
It'll be Alfred being snarky with him or whatever. Like you get those kind of dynamics, but like with some serious stuff going on, and it wasn't like you can feel the tension in every part of each of those Nolan movies. But like when we started off with Superman, there was nothing light about it. Like nothing in there was where I'm hoping what I'm hoping, and James is great. But what I'm hoping is in this, it's going to be light because it should be a Superman, right? So wherever that comes from, but it's just like it doesn't dominate the movie. But I also don't want a bunch of I actually don't want this more. I don't want a bunch of like, I want to say We Are Groot, but I'll just use Star-Lord. I don't want the Star-Lord need to get picked up off his feet moment like that, right? Superman's biggest problem is that because of who he is, I won't say, I'm just throwing this out. I'm not saying like I'm giving gospel, but like one of his major problems could be that he always susceptible to failing people, right? Mm-hmm. He's a symbol of hope. He's a symbol, right? And he can fail people just from like a image standpoint,
mm-hmm.
right? Because you got people believing that he's a god, a mythical figure, all that stuff, that I put all my belief in you, and because you got your ass kicked, you failed, or you might have done something right, but the building collapsed, or you couldn't save everybody. You failed, right? And he has to live with that kind of stuff, right? So that's a real thing. That's not something I'm going in and that happens. I'm like, come on, man, it's Superman. Come on, man. No, that can happen. We've seen it happen. He had to go spin around the world to go bring his gun back.
Yeah, she got shot, right?
Yeah, she was done. And we believe that. Now, they probably that's funny because if they try to do something like that in the movie, he'd be like, man, that's some bullshit. Well, no, he did that. Yeah. He did that. But he's always susceptible to that because of the way he did, because he ain't about to take nobody out. But then two, like what he's going against like this, from a scale standpoint, it's always going to be either world ending or something that, something major. Whereas obviously somebody like Bats don't care about that kind of stuff. Right. People don't believe in him anyway. That's not a thing that he has to worry about.
He almost thrive off of that.
Yeah, he exactly. He ain't worried about failing people, and it's like he avenging. He already lost his parents, right? He already got different. He got different motivations than Superman.
Oh, Batman looked at his failure almost every day because he put the criminals back in Arkham. They break out, kill more people, kill more cops, and it's like, man, you failed everybody, He like, nah, this is he got so much conviction on his belief that he like, no, this is what I do. I'm Batman, and I'm never gonna change that.
Yeah.
Failure or not. Amber Alert. Gee.
You good?
Yeah, it was.
You got the
Amber Alert.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point, man. It's a great point. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. So that's what that would be like. I would be more not wanting. But like that would be like honestly my biggest thing going into movies that we like. It's Superman's. It sounds stupid to say, but is he more Star-Lord-y in this? Because I feel like when somebody like that, and it was a little moments like that, and I don't want to put maybe Suicide Squad never had that. I felt like somebody needed that, but I really go back to the Star-Lord of it all because there's a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy that I see in this trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without Drax saying something,
right?
Saying something like that, doing Drax things, who I love, right? Love Drax.
Drax, great character.
Yeah, there's not a Rocket, but I don't, but like, are we assembling with Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific? We got some Drax work, some Rocket work.
That's
to try to
right
because Superman not gonna be that.
No, and what I don't want, and that's it's good that you brought that up. That's a great transition into the next thing. Like, what I don't want is a dependence. Whereas the Guardians was big on this, I don't want Superman to be too dependent on his relationships with the team that he's working with. Unless it's the Justice League, unless we establish it, which I don't think we're doing in this first movie. In the Justice League movie, I would like that. But in Superman's movie, I don't want him coming in and like, because that was a big part of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? It's like they were kind of mashed together randomly almost. Like they were brought together by the looking for this Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
But they didn't really know each other. They didn't come together or like in an organic way. Like they were not friends until like the third movie. They were dealing with conflicts all the way up until like the second movie.
Yeah.
Where it was like, we really don't get along with each other. We really don't like each other. We work together because we accomplished great things together, but we still got they still had a lot of baggage.
Yeah, they weren't even really cool in two. You're right. In two.
No, they really what they had to deal with that. Like,
yeah,
the idea of like Drax did not really like Gamora. The idea of Rocket not really trusting anybody else. And even though he clearly cared the most, but he couldn't show it until like the third movie after he had almost died. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want. I hope they keep it right here. This is perfect. This that you brought up this scene right here. This is the only relationship I would care about. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or this is the only relationship I think that should be focused on is whatever they got going on. And that'll carry on into the next Superman. And beyond that, I don't want Mr. Terrific like, oh, well, I just want to let you know, Kal-El, I still don't trust you. I don't care. Like, I don't want that. I don't want Guy Gardner in there. You know what, bud? I always knew it was something about you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want that. I don't want Hawk Girl coming in there like, by the name of, I don't need the relationships.
Yeah.
Again, I give you a better.
I do need some by the name of work though.
yeah. I can see her. Yeah, but by the gods of Thunder.
Yeah,
whatever.
I need one of those.
She probably gonna be over the top.
Yeah.
No. I give you the perfect. I'll tell you exactly the relationships I care about with Superman. That I would only care about. I would only care about his relationship with Lois Lane.
Yep.
And his relationship with Lex Luthor.
Yep.
That's it. I don't care about anything. I don't want anything else to get too much focus. I get it that he's working. He probably gonna need their help at some point, or the dynamic or whatever their relationship or whatever partnership they got is gonna change. Meaning the other heroes in this movie, Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner and
Hawk
Hawkgirl. But the only relationships I really would care for them to focus on is Lois Lane, Lex Luthor. That's crazy. They got the same initials. I just thought, I just noticed that. Like,
Damn, that's right. Yeah.
they both
Yeah.
LLs and shit. Yeah. So
Okay.
Lex and Lois is really all I would care about. Like, as long as what's gonna happen with him and Lois, him and Lex, what's gonna drive Lex, other than what's gonna be the determining factor of that's gonna push Lex over the edge. Like, all right, I can't let Superman do this. You know what I mean? I gotta, because Lex look at Superman like I think Lex deep down want to do the right thing, but he just don't want Superman to. You know what I mean? He don't want Superman to do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
what is going to change in their relationship? Is it going to be him catching Lex do something? Is it going to be a natural or should I say a irrational fear that Lex has towards Superman that's going to drive him to do the things that he does? What in their relationship is going to change that's going to affect this movie and beyond? If that makes sense.
No, because that's all. That's the thing, right? Like, is it the irrational fear? Is it the alien versus man of it all that we actually saw that in Snyderverse that was Batman's problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was what. Yeah.
Dehumanizing.
Yeah. But okay, so with all that being said, right? Let's get back to the original question. What do you want?
Yeah. So
from the movie, like I'll just go with a clean slate. What do you want from the movie? Kind of story.
Yeah, I do. I want a brighter, hopeful Superman who I don't want an origin story. So I want that's already been Superman. That's already in progress, but not too experienced.
Yeah,
still young, but I want a Superman that's again, that's not dark, that's hopeful for the future, that understands what it means to be Superman. We really didn't get that in Snyder's verse. So, and I want my Superman to stay alive. I don't want him to be the villain. So I want a Superman that's that although it's not universally loved, I want a Superman that is loved by some people. You know what I mean? Even if he divides rooms, you know what I mean? I do want a Superman that's a little bit more lauded by the general public. You know what I mean? I like, I've seen we've been through the protest and all that, and is he he's an alien and all that. Well, we did that with Snyderverse. I want a Superman here that's more of a brand in universe. Like, it was literally like a brand. Like, yeah, that's Superman. Yeah, that S, that means that we good now. Yeah, he here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to see my Superman save people. So I want to see the Superman actually save people. Again, I don't want montage work like I got in the Snyderverse and I got in Thor: Love and Thunder, where he busy week. You know what I mean? I just saved the little girl.
Did do that, especially in BVS. He had some montage work.
Yeah, where he was showing him pull the ship and all that. Like, that's cool and all, but I don't want that. I want to actually see Superman go on missions and actually rescue people. That's one of the things that Superman Returns did right. I felt like when he saved the plane and he saved the plane from crashing into the football stadium. I mean, a baseball stadium. I like that. I want to see more of that. I think Donner did that better, where you actually see Superman save people, even if it is a cat.
Yeah.
I want to see how that plays out. Like, I want to see him use, you know what I mean? Him have to make decisions and strategize and be like, all right, I'll get the, okay, I'm gonna get the little girl first, and then I'll run back and use his powers. That's another thing I want to see. I want to see Superman use his powers. So I want a movie where Superman saves people, he's hopeful, and he uses his powers, and we see his powers on full display. And we got hope for the future in terms of that we got something to look forward to in terms of his relationship with Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. That's how I would sum it up, I guess. What you got?
So I'm gonna go against you on one thing.
Go ahead.
I ain't going against you, but you.
No, that's perfect. No, go against me. Yeah, please do. I need that. Yeah,
I do want an origin story.
Okay.
I don't want the movie to be the origin, but I do want a portion, even if it's a third, but I want a portion of it to be origin for one simple fact, because I don't think the Snyderverse really was conducive, or really, it didn't do this well, because it didn't do it at all. It had like just a moment. There's a generation of people that don't really know about Superman. Like, I mean seriously, like, you got the Donner And you got even if you get to the point where you get to the Justice League and all that.
Dude,
That was
Donner
like
spent a lot of
99,
time on the origin, right?
2000.
Yeah, go ahead, my bad. Yeah.
You say what?
No, I'm just saying you're right. Donner spent a lot of time on like Superman's origin,
like early.
But you're right.
Superman.
A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, like you got to be my age, right, to been outside when that was happening. It was a big deal when I was a kid, right? It's almost like it's like when I was young, when I was out, little Jermaine outside. They literally was calling me Little Jermaine because there was a older dude named Jermaine in my neighborhood. They called him Big Jermaine. I was Little Jermaine. It was two things that was really like that. It was because I was old enough, and I'm not acting like I was a big fan at the time. I was old enough with Return of the Jedi. So the Return of the Jedi was a big deal, like going outside and play, right? And Superman, right? I could think of other ones, but you get my point. Like that time, like Superman doing different things. And Superman movies was coming out when I was going outside. He had like 4 of them, right? At least 3. Well, I think he had 4.
Yeah, they ended up with 4.
Superman was a big deal.
They got bad after the second one.
Yeah. And then, But then you get to the point where now the animation is coming out, and we get to this beautiful moment where the Justice League cartoon came out.
Yes.
And then that's pretty much it. Then you got Superman Returns, but that didn't it didn't ring off, right?
No.
And you got the Snyderverse, but that's not we got a Superman movie.
Yeah, it really want to work.
But it's not it was really Man of Steel. Like we got Man of Steel, but it's not giving you the duality of Superman and Clark Kent. It's not really bringing Superman to light. Not, we continuously get Batman stuff, right? Right. We continue to get
knows his origin story. Yeah.
Continue to get stuff like Spider-Man, right? Where you get to reintroduce the person in a proper way for different generations. But we ain't got that for Superman, right? Where it's so I would want that just for that fact, so that people could get come on, man, Superman cold, you know what I'm saying? Like Superman cold, and he need to get that. He need to, you get to that. You need to get that understanding of him, and I would like that for a new generation and done right. So that's why I would want an origin, straight up. I want I think we got it as a younger Superman, because to your point, I want the origin, but then I want almost like how we got, and I will be perfectly fine through the entire movie, but almost like how we got with the Matt Reeves Batman year 1 Superman.
Yes,
because I've been watching the animated series, and I brought that up, and I was like, yeah, this is the cartoon, they made it in the 90s and all this and all that. But this one's not polished. He early, right? He early.
Yeah.
Just got the job, even though I don't know how he make that money to be able to live in that penthouse.
Right.
But that's a whole nother conversation. He living nice, right?
He's selling Krypton crystals or something on the side. He was in the dead of Metropolis.
I don't know. He might be doing right in here. This is his crib. This might be the crib.
Right? This look like the crib right here. Yeah.
It might be just like it.
Lois probably got something better, but yeah,
100%. And
she got Pulitzers, you know what I mean?
And she on the under bang, and I just saw a little walk like the Oscars or something. Yeah, she all right. I gotta put some respect on her name.
Oh yeah.
But
Brosnan.
Yeah, but saying all that to say this, I would like that. I don't need him to be a super polished Superman in the struggle. I needed him to come to that point, but I would be perfectly fine. I'm actually hoping. So there's a part with seeing that scene where he kind of he down and out, and they need to come in. I don't want them to have to pick him up. That he has that himself. I'd be okay if his mama told him you don't owe nothing to these people, but if he get it from anyone, he get it from Martha, right, or something like that. I don't think they're in this movie or anything like that, but
his dad is. I have no idea who's playing his mom. That's a good question.
But
who's playing his mom?
Was it Jack Kent? Is it Jack?
Yeah, that's the dude he hugging in the on the stoop. He talking to Paul Kent on the stoop. But you're right. I ain't seen his mom yet.
I ain't even see that. But I'd be okay with. Okay. Paul.
Yeah, that's Paul right there. Kent right there. Yeah.
Let's see if I can get Okay, so that means mom's got to be in it. Maybe he might have. Maybe this might be a movie
where moms check out right here. Yeah, this might be him trying to
be out.
He might be trying to bring Pops back. Hey, it's cool. Don't worry, I got us. Mom might be. They might flip. You're right. That'll be the first time they really flip they change it, because usually it's Paul Kent that go out first.
I mean, we saw it in I mean, even though that it kind of already happened in the video game, but we saw it in Spider-Man where he lost Aunt May. He lost Aunt May, but we actually saw that in the video game.
Yeah, he did.
We lost Aunt May as well. Maybe that's been some comic book stuff, but like I had never seen that like in I was about to say canon, but like in live action.
Nah, I never seen that.
So
he had two other Spider-Man. Yeah, and Aunt May usually, she usually pulled through, but
and Aunt May was putting in work in the McGuire one. Like she should there's many times she should have been out and she wasn't out.
Yeah, she went through it with Doc Ock. You know what I mean? She was hanging on by the umbrella and he tossing her around, but yeah, this looks like I don't think this looks like a flashback or at some point Martha Kent, I guess, is not gonna make it. I didn't really think about it until now. Like I don't know who they cast for her part, but yeah, this looked like he in some pain, bro. That's like what am I gonna do, son? And he like, don't worry, Pop. I'm Superman.
I think that's Clark looking out for Paul.
Yeah, letting Pop know, like, hey,
I had it on the other side. I got Paul looking at him like, hey, man, look, all you do is try your best. And he like, I'm an Avenger. And he like, I'm gonna make this right. And he like, look.
Oh, you think somebody got her?
I mean, I'm just throwing that out. Like we ain't seen Ma, but I'm saying like, I got Paul right here being the Rock, and Clark is the one that's more emotional, but it could be. But now that you say that, it's probably more than likely Paul probably crying and Clark looking at him like, "We're gonna be all right."
Got it, bro. I'm Kryptonian, bro. Don't worry about it.
See, yeah, this that moment where Clark got to go after he was with Guy Gardner and them, and this is where he go back home. Like she going sideways in Metropolis, and he got to go back home, and this is where and I'm cool with that. Like I know I said the things earlier. Like I don't want him to be like Star-Lord, and he always got to get talked up. But this is headcanon for me. Like this is supposed to happen. One of them give him the energy, like the motivation he need to pull through. Like just be yourself, man. That's the best thing you could be. Like
because it would take that, right? It would take like a human, like
because they know him the best.
Yeah, there's no other Kryptonians around. It's, I'm assuming though they're gonna keep what they've kept in all the movies, which is like his ability to talk to his father some way. So his his biological father, like some type of archive of his father from Jor-El.
So do you think? Okay, so you think when he whistled for the dog name
Crypto,
when he whistled for Crypto, is he taking him to the Fortress of Solitude, or is he taking him to Smallville?
Oh, he's definitely in the fortress, bro. He got robots and all that. Like
he going to the
fortress. The droids. Yeah, like you can see him, like him literally him mourning over one of the droids. So he done spent. So this is definitely not gonna be like Superman year one per se. It's probably maybe year two, but he definitely done already spent some time in the fortress because he got a relationship enough with one of the robots that he emotional. Losing one of them.
Trying to get to the fortress.
And he's saying, take me home. I think it's the fortress. I don't think that's no, think about that. Yeah. Is he taking him back to
because we get
taking him back to Smallville because that's home.
Because it's starting, this fortress. Yeah. Oh, fortress looking nasty, man. Look at that shit.
Yeah, fortress.
Okay.
Getting done in. So it's like, he got the droid here. Notice something about the droid. It's almost like it's funny you brought up the animated series. It almost kind of got that aesthetic, like that design of like, you know what I'm talking about? Like it don't look too technical. Like look at that droid, bro. That's not Snyder wouldn't do a droid like that.
No,
Snyder will have wires and all types of circuits and they kept
super
it simple,
futuristic.
Man. Look at the way he holding the droid hand, bro. He look at how he dapping up the droid, bro. Like
shit ain't never happened this way, bro.
Let me throw a theory out. No, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
No, let me throw it. I think this is dad. I think
he's like the conscious or his.
Yeah, I think the droid was like a proxy or like a stand-in for like whatever holographic projection, whatever projection of his father was, and that's why he getting emotion. And I think it's gonna be like his dad dying, but it's really the robot.
Yeah,
really his droid and got destroyed or wrecked or whatever. And he like you can't really play the part as my pops no more. I think that's what Jor-El is what I meant.
See, I'm hoping. I don't want the fortress to get found out.
I know. I think it is though. That's the first movie. Somebody gonna break into the fortress on the first movie.
Hey man, we didn't even get the fortress of Snyder, did we?
We got like hints of it, right?
I mean,
because he was this fortress was the ship, basically, the site or whatever. because he kind of he knew all the droids and all that. Like he knew how to. We didn't get the fortress though. We really didn't get enough Clark Kent, Superman.
Hey, I might find a paint and officially let my know where not to be. Tell him where he need to get out of, man. Like I didn't get done, and I really didn't get the fortress. And like you say, I ain't really get that Clark work.
Yeah.
Hey man, we might have a paint that Snyder needs to really find his way about.
I've been wanting Snyder out the building, man. I want him out of the building. I need his ID card. I don't know if I'm ever gonna let him come back because he kind of.
I'm not gonna even front, man. The scene right here them brought me all the way back in. I'm all the way sold.
It's a dope scene, bro. Look,
I'm so
he clutching his.
Like I noticed this because I'm a big fan of the Fortress.
Yeah,
right. I'm a big fan of the Fortress. I mean, that's just part of like even like I'm going in my mind back to Donner being young. Like it was a big deal, man, when he had the situation and do the thing in there. Like I need that work. I'm watching the animated series right now. He just now kind of like it's at the early part.
Yeah.
He told the polar, he knew what it was like. Oh, this looked like a location. He saw the polar bear, like, watch out for this for me. Like, so I know the fortress is about to be a part of the show. Like, that's where I'm at. Because I don't really remember it. I watched that when I was younger, but obviously I'm saying younger. I was in my teens or even 20s over when they first came out. I gotta remember. But yeah, I would like a younger suit. I mean, I'm not saying that we know he's a younger suit, but I'm talking like year one, similar to the Batman movie, year one suit where he's not polished, right? He's and we talked about it before. He's been out there, saving, but I want to see, like you say, I want to see him do simple saves, right? Where like it's street crime.
Yeah.
Like he's street crime.
If he's just crushing somebody's gun, I get it. He gonna be way over criminals, but
yeah. And then like whatever Luther's motivations were gonna be, right? Whether it's the threatening of man by this alien, or he gets in the way, right, of whatever. So we either got Luther actually being a good, like he a legit dude, obviously businessman and all that. He a legit dude, and Soup just kind of happened to start getting in the way, or maybe he got nefarious, like meaning like he got like Soup getting in the way. Or I'm saying I'm not. He's a nefarious kind of individual, and Soup getting in the way of business, and you in the way, or there's a human alien.
Right.
Which seems like could be and then the propaganda machine changes on Soup, and that's when you start seeing the mob scene we kind of seen earlier where Guy Gardner them. But the propaganda is already out there, obviously started by Lex Luthor, and then Superman actually fails, right? But this is a young Superman that fails because obviously when he got older, none of that shit going. That way it won't matter. But as a young Soup,
right,
and he don't know how to deal with it. He's never had to deal with that. He's never had to deal with it. And this got to be something. So I think we got it kind of figured out. Like Luther's Luther, but like there's somebody else kicking Superman's ass, right? Like I'm not familiar with that much of Superman. Could that be?
They saying it's Ultraman. That's the theory right now. Ultraman, which always threw me off and maybe I'm missing something. I could have swore Ultraman was from a alternate universe, because Ultraman that I remember was like from Crime Syndicate, which is like the evil Justice League from another Earth. But I think if you go back to like the 80s, see if I can find something real quick. I think if you go back to the 80s, there's another version of Ultraman who isn't like from the multiverse or anything like that.
So like this is pretty.
But he basically is as strong as Superman, basically.
Like, what could be enticing something like this? Could that even be part of like what could be enticing something like that?
Right. That's a meta level threat, right? Like that's I wonder though, is that brought on by magic? Is that brought on by science, nature? Like where we basically got a kaiju here attacking the city. Which it ain't that big. Like it ain't like Godzilla level. It ain't like towering over the buildings, right? Like I mean, it's big, but yeah, it's like what brings this on? Like, is this magic? Is this an experiment? But yeah, Superman laying in that snow. I think that's Ultraman work right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that scene where we saw where he was like they were in the stadium or something.
Where he like pushing them back.
Yeah.
People say that's Ultraman.
Superman.
Damn, got aged up.
Superman.
Yeah. Another, I wonder if they doing the Marvel thing too with this character because it's all black. I wonder if he gonna be CG'd up. It's gonna be something that, you know what I mean, and that's their way of hiding. You see that? Like, look at that. Like, that can be colored. Like, all that stuff can be colorized.
Yeah.
You know how they are we saw how they are with how Marvel is now with costumes. Basically, most of it is CG.
Yeah.
And they just fill in the colors or whatever. I wonder if that's real. Like, if that dude really has all black on, or if it's like once we get to the movie, he got like a totally different costume on.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, they saying it's like Ultraman.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that being the conversation around this.
Which I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I really 100% believe that, but you know, it's one of those, like, the most simplest thing usually is see if I can share my screen.
Oh yeah, let me stop.
Should be all right. Yeah, real quick. We'll come back to the trailer in a minute. Damn, I ain't use this in a minute. Here it is. Wow. Yeah. All right. Like, this is what I mean. This is Ultraman. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because, like, that's Ultraman. You know what I mean? So I'm like, y'all sure? Like, again, it'll probably, maybe, you know, I might be missing something here. But I could have swore he was from another universe.
Yeah, even trying to look at some of the kind of the backstory, it does seem like
he does have a U on his chest.
He's from another.
Okay, yeah. See, so who's this right here? Like, is that all? Oh, that's Moon. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they got a theory here on Reddit. I don't think it's Ultraman. What's crazy is that look like Doomsday more than anything. They kind of look like Doomsday, like when Doomsday was in his suit. But I think people are saying that because he got a U on his chest. But I don't think that's Ultraman. I don't think it's Ultraman. I really don't.
Damn, who could it possibly be then?
That's what I'm wondering. Ultraman don't make sense. Like, unless you just, you know, retconning some stuff, like, you know, for the movie, but it could, I mean, hey, it could be. You just never know with James Gunn, you know, how he might change certain characters. So, but let me ask you this, though. Going, my next question to you would be the costume that we see Superman in, the suit that we see Superman in. Are you cool with him finishing the movie in that suit, or do you want to see a new suit by the end of the movie?
Oh, we need to upgrade. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Pause. But it gotta be a little bit a fitter suit. You know
a lot of people saying that. Yeah, I agree with that, man.
This early work, man. It got to be a fitter suit. You got shoulder pads on.
Yeah, this looks like a suit, bro. Like it ain't, you know, it's like a
Star Labs or something might have made it.
Yeah, like somebody made this and was like, hey, you should wear this.
Did it.
He ain't got the fitted joint. You know what I mean?
No, he got to come out. Yeah, no, you got this.
This the only time in the movie don't get me wrong, because it looked like my favorite suit, which is the new 52 Superman suit, which I thought was a very underrated suit. Let me see if I can show that real quick. This is what it looked like. It looked like the new 52 joint. Look like that. You know, it got the armor, you know what I mean? Got like the little panels in it and all that. They got
but they gotta cinch that thing on up though a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta
that thing gotta be cinched, pause.
The collar, you know what I mean? Like you gotta, but yeah, I agree. You gotta pause, you gotta fill that thing out a little bit more, man. Like you just kind of just because you know, we was looking at the behind the scenes, we was like, man, it look a little like it ain't fitted. But then now we see in the movie, it's still kind of like it's not fitted. No, we need that for Superman, man.
No, you're gonna have to. Like I said, I'd like to see him, and like I said, I'm cool with even having like I don't need Luthor to be his number one threat like that in the first. And Luthor always gonna bring other people in. Like Luthor not about to fight Soup. It's always gonna be him summoning somebody else. Like
it's always
he's an overarching enemy, but like he's not about to go hand to hand. Of course he can't.
No,
right. So we bring people around, but like so I'm definitely, but like but it's still about power scaling. So I gotta know, you gotta have a little crypto, little metallo action. You know what I'm saying? Got in his chest. I need, or or if it's Ultraman, but I like the thought of of Luthor being in somewhat cahoots with it, even though he had nothing to do with the first movie, right? Man of Steel. When I say first,
Super,
the Man of Steel.
Lex. The only thing
Lex
we saw
wasn't in
was the
there at
truck.
all.
Yeah, we didn't see nothing from Lex in the
But we didn't
first
see Lex
movie.
at all.
And then they not only decided to I'm sorry, man, they cast the wrong guy. Like he didn't even do a bad job, but he just was miscast.
Yeah.
He was miscast.
Yeah.
And again, that's why I gotta have Snyder's badge and I gotta keep him out of the building because he said he literally had a conversation with his wife. And they were talking. I think they said they had Jesse Eisenberg for Jimmy Olsen, and just out of nowhere, Snyder was like, "Yeah, you know what? What if we put him in there as Lex Luthor?"
Yeah.
And his wife agreed, and then that's how we got that. That was just a terrible miscast. I'm telling you, just certain stuff you can't forgive about that Man of Steel movie and Batman v Superman. That's one of them. But they got it right this time. I think they got it right this time. But it was just all wrong, man. It's only so many things you can compound on top of each other. Like it's one thing to be like, all right, in this movie, Lex gonna have hair. It's like, okay, all right, you pushing it. But then to cast that guy as Lex, yeah. But not to keep belaboring the point about
full hair.
What we don't want. But yeah, I agree with you. I think we need a new suit by the end of the movie, and I think we will get a new suit. That's my.
I think we do.
I'm fully on board with that theory. I do not think this is the final suit.
No.
I think this is the starter suit that we see, like you said, year 1, year 2 Superman, and that's actually a good point. I think it is like a Lex, not Alexa. Would you say Star Labs? I think Star Labs has something to do with this because it kind of plays into like the theories around this movie, which is like they're trying something with these heroes and Superman's not quite on board and it's kind of failing and Superman gonna have to try to fix that. But because if you look at I would even go as far as to say none of these uniforms are going to stick with any of the characters. I think this is all Star Labs or some type of sponsored group. I think they all gonna end up at the end in original costumes.
It's like watching this cartoon, and I'm always a cartoon guy. I love cartoon lore. Like early in a couple of the episodes, he was working with somebody from Star Labs. Could have been what's the name of father? Cyborg. What's his name? Could be like his father. I forget his name.
Talking about he got
but at the end of the day, he trying to help him out with different suits, especially to help him out with like the kryptonite because they done found out the kryptonite is can impact them. I mean, it was a couple episodes back, but ultimately, I just that's what made me think about it. Like, yeah, they working on different versions of suits to trying to help him out with the kryptonite. I don't think that's I doubt this guy. Okay, that's my next question. How much does kryptonite play a factor in this movie? Do you think?
I'm gonna guess. Again, going back, not to keep banging on Man of Steel, but it's like again, kryptonite wasn't in the first movie either, was it?
No, not at all.
But no, I think we see kryptonite more than we saw it in Man of Steel, but I don't think it plays a major part into the end.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see I think when he's sitting there beaten down and Krypto got to come save him in that snow, I don't think that's because of kryptonite. I don't think right here he's struggling with this guy because of kryptonite. I think this guy's just, whoever this is just incredibly strong and can match his strength. But I think kryptonite, I think they saved that to the end. I think that plays a part in the future. The equalizer between him and Lex Luthor.
I think kryptonite appears like how Batman sold that Joker card in Batman Returns.
There you go. Yeah, that's what
that's the extent of the kryptonite.
Maybe we get Metallo or somebody in the future. Yeah, I agree.
Something like that. But I don't think kryptonite's my theory is this guy has no idea what kryptonite is.
Nah, he's not gonna know what hit him. He'll I don't think kryptonite plays a part. I think he getting all that stuff, all this havoc that's being wreaked on him is probably gonna be just because, but I don't think it's gonna be because of kryptonite. Even though he is locked up in this movie. At some point, he behind.
That's the one thing that made me think about that. When you go to that scene where he got to punch his way out of the thing. It's
how would you get Superman behind something like that? And it could play a part with Metamorpho. Is it Metamorpho? What's the dude's name? The guy that's in the trailer, they just show his face.
I think it was right around his fortress.
Yeah, because he can transform and stuff. I wonder if Lex gonna use him to transform into kryptonite or something, or use kryptonite. I said, what's the dude's name, man? I messed up his name. Hold on. This guy, what's his name?
I can't remember. I think I know you're talking about.
I think it's Yeah, Metamorpho, man. Damn, I can't remember my damn name. Yeah, that's Metamorpho. So yeah, I've never seen. I don't recall any time that he used kryptonite or he transformed into kryptonite. But maybe maybe that's the way they introduce it. But it is interesting though that Superman's behind a glass case. You know how strong Superman is. Even when Superman get beat down, it's like it's hard to just keep him in one place unless you got some kryptonite.
Yeah, and for him not to had to punch his way out.
Yeah,
we could have a situation where he did that willingly, right? And then this guy got like he might have it.
You know what? I'm changing. Yeah, I'm talking my way out of this whole thing now. Now I'm thinking the kryptonite is gonna play a big part because that gun probably got kryptonite bullets.
That would be the only reason for him to have something like that. But then there's people around him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, what is that?
I never noticed that.
Yeah, there's other people locked up.
Think that's what that is?
Yeah, it's like other people locked up. I know because I think that's where Metamorpho is. Look to your right there.
See that right there?
That look like Metamorpho right there. That look like his costume right there. So pretty sure that's what that is.
Yeah, people over here.
Light shining.
Superman.
What is it called? Stag? Is it Stag Industries or something? What is it called again?
Oh, let's go back.
So I see Stag in the back. Look behind me. Yeah, Stag.
Oh, I went too far.
No, you got it. Stag Industries. I saw Stag Industries in the back. Stag is a Batman character, right? Stag Industries.
Simon Stagg.
Yeah, I think Simon Stagg is a Batman guy who's actually no, he's not. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of the one cat that was in he was just in a Creature Commandos episode. Remember the Creature Commandos episode? He was the dude who had dude's family. I'm blanking on names. Nah, but no, that's not Simon. But yeah, Simon Stagg is separate though. He's more like a Justice League villain. Okay, yeah, say right here, primary antagonist to Metamorpho. So yeah, Stagg probably gonna be in the movie somewhere. Yeah, that's interesting. It's like multiple villains. Might be a lot of villains in this movie.
Might have a lot going on in this movie, bro.
There's a lot going on, man. That's
need that run time.
Again, that's why I'm doubtful on a origin story. Like I think they're gonna hit the ground running, man. It's gonna be like
This is. I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to think if he showed up in the. Did he show up in the Arrowverse? Because I know about Stagg, but
yeah, was he in the Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah, was that him?
Yeah, that was him.
Was that him?
Yeah, he was in there.
Oh, that was Stagg. Okay, he was 84, right? Yeah, he was in Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, he wasn't not Pedro Pascal's character, but he was in there though.
Oh, I thought that was
that was Pedro was what's his name? Which they ruined, by the way. He was one cat.
Oh, Max Lord.
Yeah, Max Lord. Yeah. They ruined Max Lord.
Oliver Cotton is Simon Stagg.
Yeah, he was in. Yeah, he played a part in 84. Yeah, he was in there.
It's got a lot going on in here, bro.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot going on, bro.
Maybe it's just
like he might not pop up. Like it might be like one of them like Luther truck type situations. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, we always see Roxxon and Marvel. Maybe they just Stagg might just get that level of being seen as opposed to.
Hold on though. Now I'm starting to. All right. So remember in the Arrowverse, Dancing Black Multiplex. Remember that character?
The one who had them like he could play with your mind, right?
Yeah. He got some connections to Stagg. Now I'm starting to wonder because he look at his suit. If you look at Multiplex, you look up his suit, kind of looks similar to that.
Oh yeah,
and it looked like a U. That might be Multiplex.
My Stagg Industries.
Yeah, see Stagg in the background.
CEO Simon Stagg in the foreign dancing.
But he don't got Superman powers though. That's the thing.
But when Star Labs particle accelerator exploded, Dannon was infected with dark matter. He had the ability to duplicate himself.
Yeah. Okay. So he kind of like okay. Yeah, he made copies of it. Yeah, he's not gonna fight Superman like that.
Yeah, that enough to that ain't enough to give him that work.
Nah, bro, you're not pushing Superman back with the state.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
can't. He
even
got
a young Superman. You know,
intellect, strong will,
Yeah.
skilled marksman. That none of that say possessor of kryptonite.
unless he got the
only
yeah,
way he-
again, that could
that's
be the
the only
way, but
way.
that's a lot. That's a lot though. Yeah, that might be the way he doing that. He might be whooping up on, but that's
But like that
yeah,
dude punched through a wall too. Like there was like a little
yeah.
cut
He looked
scene
like
where
he's
he's like,
strong, man. I don't know. He's doing a lot.
yeah,
And
this
if it was
guy right
kryptonite,
here.
he'd just be whooping. Nah, yeah, he punched through a wall.
Yeah, punched through the wall work.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Superman wouldn't even be putting up this much resistance if it was kryptonite. He'd already be just getting.
Yeah, and whoever did this work, right? Whoever did this work, that's real work, bro.
Yeah, where Superman had to just like literally fly away.
Yeah,
he had to just get away and then crash land somewhere. Yeah, he was done.
that's real work.
Yeah.
So I actually hope I do want to know one thing. I'll say the hope not, which I don't. No, I would doubt. I hope that anime lizard work. I hope that's not the end.
Anime lizard work. Right. Yeah, I hope not. No, I don't think it will be. I think this will be somewhere in like the second act, I guess you would say.
Yeah, when he have his little fall.
Yeah. This will be like when he get embarrassed or whatever. Because it looked like he got burn marks. Like he,
I like your theory though, because it makes I like how that's going. We were talking about Star Labs, where like this soup has kind of been a like you say young Snoop soup, but like Superman has kind of been willing to be with other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Superman will work well. Like even though he don't necessarily work well with others, he's willing to work with others.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman is like, nah. Like I remember in the cartoon, like they never actually Batman never actually technically was a member of the Justice League.
He
they were still trying to get him on the team up until the end. Like yeah, we just wanted to see what was that? It was in a movie, one of the movies. I think it was Justice League War, where no, it was Justice League. Because Superman, they thought he died, but he really got teleported to the future.
Yeah.
And Batman was like, "Yeah, I don't believe he died." And then when they finally got Suit back at the end, he was like, "Yeah, I resigned." They was like, "Nah, we was actually gonna try to see if you was officially gonna join the team." And he like, "No, I ain't doing it." Like he just walk off. Yeah, like so. Yeah, my bad. That's my long-winded way of agreeing with you. Like, yeah, Superman work. He willing to work with others. Batman, nah, Batman never worked.
Yeah, but I was saying was like him actually being part of what it's not the Justice League, but there's something, right? There's something that like when he's with Hawk Girl and Terrific and all them and Guy Gardner, he kind of with them, but that shit ain't working.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not working. It's
this could be. I don't want to make it so simple. Like this could be like a team failure, right? Where like all this stuff is happening and nobody listening to each other and they doing all this, right? And then he get blamed or whatever it may be. But I could see him like I don't think he's meeting them for the first time when this happens. So when Green Lantern, use the ring to kind of like make the people can't see inside while Superman is down and out. Really, like you say, really just ashamed. I don't think like that's he just now meeting them. I think they've probably all been. I would gather that they've been around each other, kind of doing a group activity, and they've been doing little things like that. Superman ain't really the Superman that he's going to ultimately become, so he's doing little things like that. But ultimately, the responsibility and all this stuff, especially the way these threats are possibly about to scale, it's on him, right? It's on him, and he can't be. They may obviously he gonna work with people in the future, but like he's gotta be the true justice in the American way, and he comes to that at the end of the movie. But I think this is like a little group activity that they have going. It's not going right.
Yeah, it seemed like there seems to be. I think there's a corporate. I don't want to say corporate. I want to say or government. There seems to be some like you're right. Like I think there's some effort here to like put them together like a committee. You know how they say running back by committee. They're trying to. They're almost trying to have like not Soviet Accords, but they're trying. They got
something like that though.
Yeah, they trying to send out like, hey, we got a threat. You guys work with Star Labs. Go deal with this threat. Superman's like, I don't really work like that. You know what I mean? And
Argus or something.
Yeah, but he gonna try it, and like you're right. I think it's failing, and
because they're doing Creature Commandos, right? Like Creature Commandos is Argus, still got Baby Girl.
Yep.
So like something to that effect, and the Star Labs is involved. Probably where he got a suit, like a version of his suit.
I think things are trending towards more teams, right? Like, and Superman's trying to keep it traditional. Like, no, we got to be heroes. Like, we got to do it this way. We got to be old school type heroes. But things are trending towards more of this like corporate driven, like this Stag Industries, Star Industry, Star Labs, Lex Corp, like teams. They're almost trying to like turn it like into like these are corporate teams, corporate sponsored teams where he's like, no, we got to be heroes, which is well, I'm hoping he bring up Batman at some point. Like I hope he mentions Batman. Like, what about like Batman and Gotham? He's not. You don't have a corporation behind him, and like I think things are trending towards that, and ish hit the fan with the public to where Superman gonna be like, it's over for this. Like, I can't be like this no more. I can't work with Stag Industries because he clearly in a Stag Industry building.
And he walked in there.
Yeah, he walked in there like
as if like that's where they go.
Yeah, that's like home base, and they all got on these black and white let's go jackets almost like.
Because it's like, that's a good point. Because like there may not be much differentiating.
Yeah,
they got their suit.
Yeah, he don't really got on the green. Like, he got on his symbol. He got on his insignia to indicate like to designate himself as like I'm the Green Lantern of this group, And so you see Terrific in the back. He got his insignia to designate like, all right, I'm Mr. Terrific, and then she got the all girl symbol somewhere. Suit rocking the suit, like, but that suit, the more like you said, the more we discuss this, the more I'm looking at it, the more I think that suit is that's not created by him. Like, that's a man-made suit, totally. Like, whatever they did, I don't think that's a Kryptonian suit.
It's not a Kryptonian suit.
I don't think it's a Kryptonian suit. I think he had a Kryptonian suit, but this is the suit they gave him to say, like, look, you're basically our guy.
Yeah.
I don't, basically we kind of own you. We don't own you, but you work for us.
Yeah.
For the good of the people, for the good of the city and the world or whatever.
And I could see Soup being in a conflict because now I'm gonna take it back to saving the cat, where we out here, we save the cats. It's a grandmother walking down the street, something happened. We go save her. That's not what God got. He could be the ad. Now that's not what we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go where we supposed to go, but it's like we go where the money is. Like, he ain't gonna say it that way, but to that effect, like,
but it basically is something driven.
We go where it count for real.
Yeah, we take care of the big threats.
We go where we get clicks.
Yeah, there you go, and that's probably gonna play a big part, being a modern day, Superman. But yeah, I think if I had to guess, and this is where Superman can win everybody over, including the people in the everybody around him in the movie and people in the audience watching the movie. I think Superman realizes, like, dog, what did Joe Budden say? Why try to fit in when I'm a standout?
Yeah.
Where he got to rise up above, be like, no, I'm Superman.
Yeah.
I am the greatest superhero in the world. I have to be, I can never just be a part of a team like this.
Yeah.
I have to, I got to inspire everybody else, including the other superheroes. Like,
exactly.
Like, we got to be heroes. We're not corporate sponsored. We're not like, you know what I mean? Like, we are superheroes. So I think that's going to be part of his emergence, is he emerges as the greatest hero in the world. Like, I'm Superman, and I'm going to show everybody that you're going to be an old school hero. Like, we wear capes. Some of us wear capes, some of us don't.
Yeah.
But we save cats and kids. Yeah, we keep the world safe. We keep everybody safe in the world. So I'm going to keep Metropolis safe. Y'all go spread out and go to y'all play. Like, Mr. Terrific, you go do what you do. Guy Gardner, you go do what you do, protecting the world in the sector or whatever. But I'm Soup. We got to be the greatest heroes in the world. That's what we got to be. So I think that's part of him emerging, is like showing everybody that, we got to be superheroes. We got to be the beacons of hope for everybody. I think that's his arc. If I had to guess.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's a lot of corporate stuff around him.
Yeah,
Stag Industries, Lex Corp, and you brought it up earlier. Public perception can change when you connected to stuff like that.
Yep.
All it takes is for Stag Industries, because obviously they in this, both them and LexCorp into some nefarious stuff.
A little bit.
But if LexCorp and Stag Industries beefing, all it takes is for them to discredit Stag Industries. He done discredit Superman now.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought you was they guy. That might be Lex's way in. Like, hey, I thought you was they guy. You know what I mean? And part of him, going after Superman might be his connections to Stag Industries.
Yeah, you look at like it go like whatever, because like I say, Luther could have been even part of whatever happened, like whatever just happened.
Yeah.
Could have been the originator of it, but it's like him saying, because this is my thought, like they probably could have, like Soup knew the way to go do it. It had to start with something where they maybe saw something minor, again, saving the cat. They wouldn't go do that, and it spiraled out of control. Hey, Stag got these guys. Look at the Superman. He's just a pawn for him, pawn you, whatever. He wouldn't come and try to save you. Like whatever the propaganda, like he's not coming to save you. He's only going to do Stag's bidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you say, Sokovia Accords all over again.
Yeah, he'll save the shareholders, but he won't save you.
Yeah,
that's how you turn. Turn public. Yeah, that's how you turn the public against somebody like Superman. It's like, because that was the big thing in the Dark Knight Strikes Back, right? It's like Superman had become like a puppet for like the government. You know what I mean? He was like working for the president, and like he was working for Reagan. You know what I mean? Like he was that guy. Like, even though it's like in the future or whatever, but still, yeah, that'll be like the ultimate fear for somebody like Superman, is that the government owns him, or some corporation owns Superman, and they can just, and it's like, yeah, he would never want that to be the case. He would never want people to think that Superman's whole identity, big part of his identity is like, no, I will help you wherever you are.
Yeah.
Whether you getting robbed in the alley or your cat stuck on a tree, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna hear.
A little kid had the flag up in the middle of whatever was going on, because Superman will come save somebody like that.
Exactly. So people gotta believe that, and if that, like you said, going back to what you said about letting people down, if people feel like they let down because of that, because you were saving the shareholders was Stag. Once that happened, you got a riot outside. And Guy, like you said, Nathan Fillion already described him. You know what he there for? Like he an a-hole. Like he just like, he don't care.
No. Not gonna do anything to be a waste of his time.
Yeah, the other heroes, think about it, like they kind of disconnected too.
Yeah.
You got Hawk Girl, she from another planet. Terrific is like, he probably look at everything in like a scientific way. Like he not a people's hero type. You know what I mean? Like he's not that type of guy. He spent his time around droids and drones all day. So it's like, I'm starting to look at it now. Like the team is kind of like, they're kind of disconnected a little bit from the public. They look like they can be bought easily. Like they can be kind of, they're not bad guys in that sense. Like where they just work for money, but they're a part of this experiment. Whatever this experiment is with these heroes, they easily fit in. Whereas Superman is Superman, as we know him. It's like Superman would never do that, but again, it's a younger Superman. Yeah, I could see a younger Superman being idealistic and getting suckered into doing something like this.
Exactly. It's like what I would imagine would have happened, especially in the either the comic or the animated kind of like universe, if most of the Avengers had been up under animated or comic book shield, not the MCU shield, but if they had been under that, if they had really signed the accords, and it really, some of them did, but like they were really under Thunderbolt Ross, like that Thunderbolt, right? Shit would have it would have been like this. Like they wouldn't have gone to go save, random people. It would only be for government interests, and they would be going like for war type stuff.
Yeah, Thunderbolt was so nasty with it. He just pop up as a new Hulk, like it was really Red Hulk. He tried to flip it like and try to make it like they was getting attacked or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it was really him. It was
yeah.
That was dope. But yeah.
So yeah, it'd be like you doing this for the machine,
right?
And this is not what Soup signed up for.
Exactly.
But Soup really went sideways. Like lives probably got lost right here. Like he didn't save the cat.
Yeah, he didn't say he missed the cat, and he feeling that now. He like, man, I ain't put on his cape for that, to be missing out on stuff like that. Like I didn't put on this cape to just be just going on missions for some corporation or some this industry or whatever. I'm a hero. I gotta be free. Again, he'll join the Justice League one day, but the Justice League, they got a tower, bro. They got like their own missions. Batman the one who run that, that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, one more thing I would ask you, right? And that was, because I'm glad we got a chance to break this down. I'm walking away from this like I'm more optimistic on it, but I'm also the theories. We got way more theories out of this now.
More than I thought we were gonna have.
Yeah, after this discussion.
I mean, I ain't gonna speak for you before myself.
No, I'm with you. I feel exactly the same way. Let me ask you this though. Because we asked about the kryptonite, which I agree with you. The kryptonite is going to be treated like the card, even though now I talked myself out of that. I think kryptonite is going to play a big. Kryptonite is going to play a big part.
Factor.
So let me ask you this, because they've been talking about this a lot.
Okay,
how much Batman do we get in this Superman movie? Do we get a passing? Do we even get a passing mention?
I like what you said earlier when you would like he bring up bats.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's 100% we see Supergirl. So I think it's 100% we see her.
We just waiting on that clip to drop. Yeah, she in it for sure. We just waiting on her scene to drop. Yeah.
I think we see footage or silhouettes, something. Maybe it's just on TV. So we see bats. So one of the reasons, what's the name? It is not our Batman, because we would see instantly that it's not Robert Pattinson, right?
Before you finish, real quick, this is 2-part. I'm gonna make it a 2-part question.
My bad.
No. Hold the thought. Continue on right where you left off. I just want to add to the end because I also want to ask you this question too. 2-part question. Not only that first question, but also what relationship where do their relationships stand right now? But go ahead, answer your question. I mean, answer how you was answering it. My bad.
So that's a real good one, because I'm gonna say that they haven't met yet.
Okay, I agree.
They haven't met, right? But he don't look this Bruce, this Clark suit. He don't got the ill will like they both have for each other in BVS. Because they both.
I hope to God not. I was going to bring that up too. Yep.
Now I'm sure there will be like a testosterone level kind of.
Yeah. They definitely going to size each other
connect, up. Right? It's going to be that, but it's not going. It's not even like Clark. Like Clark had a problem with Batman and BVS. Like he already judged him, and we see a whole thing with what Bruce was willing to do just to get the kryptonite, to have it on his side, right?
Yeah,
like how he knew that was going to be how he knew that was a problem with Superman is a whole nother conversation. I don't think we knew how he knew that was a problem for Sup, right? Like we didn't see that being a problem in Man versus Man of Steel. But again, whatever, another paint moment. Like you say, I need that key card back. Like we had a whole movie, but all of a sudden in the second movie, we know how much of a problem a kryptonite is. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
With that being said, I do think we get some sort of more than just I think we get an image or the car or something, silhouette of bats. It may just be like a TV news clip, right? Like I don't know. I don't think it'd be like actor reveal unless this movie come out. Is it around Comic-Con or something? Is it after Comic-Con? No, it's around Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Is it before or after Comic-Con, right? Will let us know. Bats walking out, the casting of Bats walk. We know who Bats is at Comic-Con. But yeah, I think Batman gets noticed in some way, shape, or form. I think it's a news clip. That's gonna be my prediction. A news reel. He's gonna bring him up, and then there's a news reel of like how Batman handled his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I don't think they have an issue with each other when they meet, because now I want to kind of go against what I'm saying. For him to know the Lantern, and he might know Batman already.
I think he definitely got an idea of him.
Like they might have crossed paths. Like, cause he might have been sent on a recruitment trip.
You just took That's
my bad. I said
that's where I was going.
So
that's going.
What do you think?
I'm with you. That's where I was kind of going. Actually, I was listening to you, and I kind of started talking myself into that. Now it's like, now I'm starting to think Batman got offered the same deal and turned that shit down. Like he told them, like, nah, like politely told him to beat it type situation.
Type shit.
Mom, my cape. Like hit him with that move.
Yeah.
Because he definitely would. He definitely would tell him to get out of here. So I think it would, like I said, passing mention. I'm definitely putting my money on that. Where he's like, "What about Batman?" And I can see a newsreel. But you're right, man. It's like, damn, me know one of the lanterns. You know what I mean? Like that's like you don't just get to meet the lantern. Like that's kind of like that's damn near almost as hard as meeting Batman, right? Like. I mean, that's like, I guess it's gonna be 3 of them. I mean, it's a lot of lanterns walking around. But
That's an
like,
awful lot of lanterns, ain't it?
yeah, Gardner is like, I'm thinking like a vet, like, and then Mr. Terrific ain't like, he ain't the most approachable person, either. So it's like, yeah, some tell me he definitely ran into Bruce Wayne once or twice, like interviewed him or he aware of him. Yeah, now I'm starting to think, bro, he probably already got some type of relationship with or he probably already met Superman, Batman. I think I agree with you. I think they're gonna be on good terms. Cause bro, we gotta get to the point where Superman and Batman are best friends. That's how it is in the comic books. That's how it's supposed to be. They are definitely supposed to be friends.
Yes.
Like they got Batman and Superman comic run, like entire runs just for, like they got their own comic book. Batman and Superman. No matter how many times they reboot the universe or whatever, Batman and Superman are always supposed to be friends, best friends at that. So I think we're gonna get that in the James Gunn universe. I don't think we're gonna get the Batman versus Superman. We might get some version of Batman versus Superman, like where they spar a little bit or they butt heads on a situation or something. But we never gonna get like a movie where it's Batman v Superman. We'll get a Batman and Superman movie where they work together to get out of a situation, but
they got animated.
Are we more likely to get that? But yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm starting to think now, bro. Yeah, I think he done crossed paths with Bruce Wayne at some point. I think so.
While it's funny as hell when you think about it, for him to know a lantern, right? Like what lantern doing in Metropolis?
Yeah, it's
like
no
just randomly in Metropolis, right? So
Yeah.
it's like that mean I would imagine he would have got recruited to come to Metropolis to come be a part of whatever he a part of, right? He got sold something like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, and it's probably some money.
See me, whatever is how he talked. But like he got all them, so they would have had to make the trip across the pond, across the creek, whatever the river, if it's that close in this universe. Might not, we don't know how close it is, but like they would have had to go. They know of bats. I mean, anybody who's anybody in who, whether it's meta human or whatever, it could be Flash, it could be ever whoever's that's outside, they've been approached.
Damn.
But
that's gonna give us by the time we finish this movie, that's gonna give us a good idea of what this like how fleshed out this universe is.
Yeah,
because you're right, man. I think that's a major part. I do think that's gonna be something they touch on is like who got offered this deal.
Yeah,
I think you almost have to do that, right? Like, did Wonder Woman get the deal? It's almost like a prelude to Justice League.
Because we gotta get there, right?
We got to get there. We know we
gotta
get there. And if it takes Superman to inspire everybody, even Batman, because it is like Batman is inspired by Superman a lot. But yeah, if this what it takes for him to inspire them to come together, yeah, I can see that. But that's man, that's interesting, man. Like who got offered this deal? Because not the, I don't want to call like this ain't I don't want to call these B team heroes, but it's like they're not the first rate, right? Like they're not they're not the A team.
Yeah, we know what was
our
line last week?
Was in Justice League.
Who on the call sheet? We know who on the call sheet.
Right.
Like, so
right.
we were looking on the side right here. They're not on the call.
They're not on the call sheet.
Not on the call sheet.
Nah. And it's good that it's good. James Gunn again make the right decision. You don't put the Justice League in the first movie.
No,
because then you really gonna hurt Superman that way, because then it's a Justice League movie. So to make it about this team they got, this Stag Industry team is what I'm guessing. Cool, I get it. And then if he can rise above and prove to everybody that I gotta stand alone and we gotta be heroes, and then maybe we get a cutaway to where like you said, we see silhouettes of everybody in their respective cities. Like we see Flash like stand like. We just see a blur going through you remember how Flash would go through all the streets and stuff like that? Like if we see a blur going around and Superman making some type of speech, like you gotta be the best hero for your city. And then we see Guy Gardner back in like Oa or whatever, or he wherever he's at, looking over the earth, whatever he's gonna be doing. We see Mr. Terrific back looking at his city. We see Hawk Girl looking at her city, wherever, or we just see the future Justice League members. I wouldn't be surprised if we got something like that, where we see like a silhouette of Wonder Woman. Maybe we see the lasso or something, lasso somebody up. We don't see Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That'll be the way to set the table. You know what I mean? Like, get you ready for the Justice League. Like, because I do think Superman got to emerge as some sort of beacon for everybody, like put everybody on notice. Like, this is the way y'all got to do it. Like, this is the hero you got to be. I do think that's how this movie ends.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, that's
the point of this movie. So we setting up the DCU. You want to get to that part of it, but the point of the movie is for the beacon to bring out, like be a beacon of hope for not just the people, but for the other heroes. Because if we got this dickhead Paul's Guy Gardner acting the way he acting, like that's our example. He's a piece of shit. He's a PO piece of shit. Like,
I think it's what he meant to be. Yeah, he'll be.
Like this is what everybody used to get.
Right. And he's not even the best example of his core. He like at a Lantern core. He just what they could get. They couldn't get Jonathan Stewart. They couldn't get Hal Jordan. We got a Lantern, and then like I can see that being a thing. Like how they sold Superman is like, hey, you ain't gonna believe this. We got a Lantern.
Yeah,
got a Lantern.
Yeah.
Who y'all get? Man, this guy Gardner. But yeah, we got a Lantern though.
We got a Lantern.
We got a Lantern. That's all that matters. Like we got a Lantern. I can see that being a selling point for somebody like Superman.
Because there's a point in my life where a Lantern would have sold me. Like
for sure.
I might have asked so many questions. Like we got a Lantern on the team.
Got a Lantern.
Sorry, I'm there. And this guy, I'm salty.
Yeah, you get there, guy with a soup.
Yeah,
soup bowl. You like this guy Gardner. Okay, so I can see that being a thing. I can see that.
Yeah,
I'm feeling better about the movie, man.
Yeah, I am too. I'm
feeling better about the DCU. Like I said, it's nothing we can do. It's gonna be jokey. Some characters are gonna get spoofed out, but again, I do gotta admit, you're right. You brought this up with Guardians of the Galaxy, man. James Gunn he make you examine characters, man. He make you, and his characters got a lot of heart. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's just putting up goofy characters that are lifeless, that you just forget about as soon as you turn the movie off. Nah, man, you left that third Guardians of the Galaxy movie thinking about Rocket. Like, damn,
yeah,
Rocket had it rough. Like,
yeah,
you left all the Guardians movies thinking about Peter, especially about Quillen, especially the second movie. Like, damn, Peter, Quillen got abducted. You know what I mean? He ain't really have a pops, but he did with Yondu. And then Ego, he found out Ego was daddy, but he found out Ego killed his mom. And it's you walk away actually. And then, with Gamora, like, so.
Especially that second movie, like the end of that whole end of that second movie, from the moment they thought like Quill didn't make it, right? When they got back to the ship. Yeah. And then Drax going off. Yeah. And then like, we kind of ended like then like we lose Yondu. But then like at the end, the moment between like the two sisters, and then she was going off to try to go kill Thanos.
Yes.
Like I got chills, man. That was like a nice little ending to that. Man. Like just when you knew you cared about all of them, right? And I don't know how you can. I don't know if we walk away from Guy feeling that way, but like the way we gonna feel about Soup, the way we gonna feel about Lois, hell, the way we gonna feel about Lex, right? Like we gonna love the dog. So it's like the dog gonna be a star in that movie, right?
Yeah.
So. I don't know about this, but I think the way we're gonna feel about the group, I'm way more feeling better after we had this conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been doing nothing but sunning it because I'm like, man,
I've been sunning the hell out of the entire DC.
Talking about it, like talk about the story in some way, shape, or form. Because I don't think, look, movie gonna be what it's gonna be, but I don't think we're off in terms of like we won't be far off about what it's about. Like it may be like maybe you can insert different little elements into it, and it may be like, well, this is the reason why, but it's gonna be like, but it's similar. It's gonna be similar. Like it won't be like this far off thing. The team aspect, what Soup got to go, and then like this. The only thing we can't really like lock down is who is this force that's able to do this, because we can have all the beautiful stuff we can have going on.
Right.
But the
That's the
scale
question.
gotta be right. Like
Yeah,
the
man.
scale gotta be right to be able to do that. The soup where he got a whistle for the dog to come get him. Like,
Bro,
to
he just
do that.
plopped down, bro. He
Hey
just
man,
like
you can't. Hey man, it's
now
soup.
you like you work a 15-hour shift. You don't even make it to the. You just plop down just on the couch. Wake up the next day like he just plopped down, bro. He ain't
You
even.
ain't even eat. You ain't did nothing.
Yeah,
You
you
just
ain't take off
went
your
out.
work clothes. You
You
just
done.
plopped down, bro. You was done.
Because one of the things that like that makes it tough for me when it comes to Superman is, and even I had with BVS, and there's a lot of parts of BVS I like, but it just make it tough. And I say it make it tough, but I feel like you got to have the right person do it. The same problem I have with Hawk is like when they do Hawk is it's like sometimes when it comes to the kryptonite, it get over kryptonited, and it's
Yeah,
like meaning like okay, now I just got some kryptonite and I can kick his ass. It's
yeah,
like I mean, so without kryptonite, I can't do nothing with him from a the way I'm saying way people usually when Superman is used, especially in recent times, right? See, I got kryptonite and I can do whatever either I don't have kryptonite, he's unstoppable, or I got kryptonite and he's saying he yelling save Martha, right? Getting his ass kicked by bats, right?
yeah.
Like
He was under the boot, literally.
dog walk.
Yeah,
And then you have sometimes where they try to get it where like he got the kryptonite around, but he got like one last bit of energy to get himself away. Where
yeah.
like that don't make sense from the kryptonite I just saw in this,
Right.
right? So I would like a new kryptonite lore, right? To where it's like, okay, this is the scale of kryptonite, but like a little bit more than just kryptonite. However, how you do it, as you introducing whether you go into the gallery, you introducing, God forbid, introducing a new character, something that keeps it interesting other than just kryptonite, right? Because just sometimes, it's like like I would say we get with the Hulk thing, like see Hulk is dope, but at some point in time they scaled him down so much that he was no longer fighting.
He can't even stay in the fight, man.
He didn't even think about it. The last 2 times we saw him, he did not fight.
Nah, he was doing yoga.
He didn't fight in Endgame, and he definitely didn't fight in She-Hulk. And then to keep it in buck, once he got his ass kicked in Infinity War, he was over. We didn't see him fight no more.
He never got revenge. He never sought it out either, really, when you think about it.
And I think they said the Russos were saying like it's kind of hard to some of that shit feel like cop out, like, but I can see that when you got all these other heroes you gotta bring to life, like and we gotta do something for Hulk. Like it changes the kind of scale of the movie. He needs his own thing. But sometimes with Soup, I would like this, I just don't want it to be that. I don't know how you do it, but I just don't want it to be that kryptonite is kryptonite or not. Kryptonite or bust is my point. I ain't trying to go on a rant. But
no, I agree. You would hope, because Superman got so many so many villains in his rogues gallery who don't need kryptonite.
Yeah,
but who also can't match him in strength, like Parasite and like Metallo, who can, or not Metallo, but like who don't have to use kryptonite, but can still figure out ways to battle Superman, or who just strong, like what is it, Warmonger? I think it's one of his. Yeah, like so it's he got villains who can fight him without kryptonite. So yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily want him to be just some nerd. Like, yeah, I got you here, with this one rock. It's like nah, not yet. No, don't do that yet. That should be something saved for like I think another movie, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the second movie.
Yeah, I think that's the second movie.
Second or third, well, it's at least a second, and then along with the fact that you got some powerful force that like we all know, like that looming threat kind of person or group, like was that the group, was it Script Superman 2, the mirror people, when they put them in the mirror, that's Superman 2, right?
With
3.
They threw him in the I know, was that Zod, when that General Zod?
It was Zod in them, right?
Yeah, they came out of the Phantom Zone or whatever.
Yeah.
That was
it was a problem. It was a problem for Soup regular.
Yeah. No kryptonite. It was just whooping.
That's when he wanted to give up his powers too, right? Because he wanted to be with Lolo.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's ways you can use kryptonite to be like, because think about like just comparing other superhero movies like Spider-Man, where he had the little, he called it an existential crisis in No Way Home, but like when he just lost his powers, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
When he just lost his powers, like he just power stopped working. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, I'm threw the suit away. He's like, I'm giving it up. That'll be something you use. Like kryptonite can be used that way, where it's like, man, if I get shot with another kryptonite bullet, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And then like Lois pregnant or something, and he like,
Mhm.
I want to be around for my kid or whatever. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah,
use
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but not this movie though. Save that for later. You know what I mean? When the stakes are higher. It was like, all right, if I can't get shot with another kryptonite bullet, or I can't go to this place because it's kryptonite there. So I'm giving up. Then you get to see the hero emerge again. Because maybe again, like Iron Man, when Tony had to figure out, which is my favorite Iron Man, it's like when Tony had to literally break into that place and get and look for the Mandarin without the suit.
Yeah.
But Tony had all them little gadgets and stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know, that's maybe we get something like that from Clark, from Superman. It's like, all right, I can't use my powers here because there's kryptonite everywhere. But now you get to really find out that even without the powers, he's a hero. That's what you save kryptonite for. Don't put it in this.
Nah, I'm ready for this.
What is the thing in the bag though, bro?
Man, I just don't.
We still don't see. That's what I'm saying. We don't know, bro. We don't know because it's something big.
It's major right there.
Like something that's threatening the city.
Like for him, this could be this a moment. It could be over for him. Right? He might be giving her that talk, like, "Hey, I might not
walk out. Yeah,
I might don't make it."
I mean, I'm Soup, but he don't know the extent of his powers. Like he don't know what he can take. So he's thinking like, I might die from this
because he had just went through it in Act 2, whatever that force was, and almost whooped his ass.
Yeah, he was near death.
So this when he found he's like, I'm not indestructible as I thought, but he is, but he don't know that he got another level.
Right, he don't know. Yeah, Superman gets stronger over time. Like, the older he get, the stronger he gets. So it's like it's a young Soup. He's not as strong.
Yeah,
if
he can be got, now's the time.
If he can be got, this is the time. Because you can't once he get the little gray joints on the side, it's over. There's I remember there's a comic, it's actually Batman and Superman, where they start messing with time, man. Like Bruce at some point changed the past so that his parents don't get shot.
Yeah.
And so Batman and Soup end up with totally different lives. But anyway, they basically working their way back through time to try to fix. They keep getting thrown in these different timelines.
Yeah.
And Darkseid come in like, look, y'all clowning. I gotta fix this. So he get with I forgot the dude that's sitting in the chair, but he can change time, whatever. So Darkseid works with the old Superman from the Kingdom Come universe, who was way older than this version of Superman. And he basically just put the younger Superman in the headlock, like, hey man, hey, chill, bro. hey, chill. And he explained to him, like, yeah, you're not as strong as me. I've been absorbing the sun longer than you have, so I'm stronger. So you're not gonna be. So he basically just hem him up, just hold him. But he basically explaining to him like, you can't beat me because I'm older than you. I'm older and I'm stronger. But but that's again long way of just saying that. Yeah, Soup is probably he not as strong as he's gonna be by the time we get to the Justice League or whatever. He'll be stronger. But yeah, man, I'm excited about nothing's gonna stop me from seeing the movie.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm ready for the jokey DCU.
This conversation took away my
apprehension,
my walk-in sunnage. I was speaking sunnage. I don't have my walk-in sunnage. I know what to expect, but I like the idea of what could possibly happen beyond just being fixated on the number of fart jokes that I think I'm gonna get. James is funnier than that. He not just gonna be fart jokes, but I'm saying fart joke. That's sunnage. The sunnage is gone away. Yes, there's gonna be elements of Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker in it. It's James Gunn, but him not. And him being able to start something from scratch, as opposed to even with his Suicide Squad movie, he was piggybacking off the one that happened before. He wouldn't, he tried. It was a soft reboot reset, but it really wasn't all.
He had a lot of
characters that was still in there. Yeah. So this is him. This is him from scratch, and I'm with that. And will it have those other elements in it? Yeah. But he's not making the movie for me. So I always gotta remember those things. But I think some of the story elements that could possibly happen are for me.
Yeah.
And with along with being able to not only set up the Superman, because I want a Superman beyond. Of course, I want them to be like, man, they setting up. They're gonna be able to set up Wonder Woman. They're gonna be able to set up they're gonna be able to set up the Justice League, and you got Bats, and you got all these other characters. But being able to set up Soup, man, I just don't like it. I said earlier, I just think it's a generation of people that don't even got Soup on their radar.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. They really don't.
They don't got Soup on their radar, and it's like, hey, man,
Yeah.
he one of those ones.
He one of the ones, man. He is the one.
Yeah,
He's the one, bro. Like the Trinity is real, bro. It's you can't. There's nothing better than that. He the one, bro. It's why they just look at everything. Look at how much they base characters off of him. Now, like think about the boys, the show, the boys, Homelander. How big Homelander got.
yeah.
Even though he's starting to kind of like, that show kind of wrapping up now. But
Yeah,
then
there's
another show,
right.
Invincible, that's like blowing up right now.
Yeah.
Have you watched Invincible yet?
I haven't watched Invincibles, but I'm
Man,
familiar with it.
Go ahead and binge it, bro. Go ahead and binge it. It's you'll see what I'm talking about, bro. But that's basically like those are like Superman clones, basically. The like Omni-Man, like they're his archetype has been used so many times now, but the thing. And I blame Snyder for this. It's just that over the past few years, it's been the evil Superman that's blown up. Even Snyder did that, where he got the evils, like this evil Superman. It's like all we get to see. The boys did it, Invincible's done it, and Snyder did it. And I think Snyder played a big part in that. Like, and even James Gunn got a movie called damn. I know I was gonna blank on it. He got a movie. He produced it. He didn't. I think he might have wrote it too. It was basically about an evil Superman. As a kid. It's called Redburn.
Okay.
Redburn was basically like, what if Superman was evil as a kid? And then you see at the end, again, this ain't like really spoiling it, but you see at the end, all the DC heroes are evil. Like they're like, oh, there's this woman who thinks she's a god and she has a rope, and there's this man who dressed up like a bat to kill people, and then there's a strange man comes out of the sea and kills people. Like they all evil, you know what I mean? But it's like, what if we had basically ends up being what if we had an evil Justice League? But the movie is about this little kid who realizes he has Superman powers and he's just going to rampage. You know what I mean? He's scaring his parents. Because he come to Earth just like Superman, you know what I mean? He crashes in a ship, but everything go wrong. Whereas it went right with Superman, everything go wrong, and he end up, killing people, killing kids. Yeah, it's just like So yeah, that's what I wonder. Is like, are we? I'm just glad that we finally not getting the evil Superman. We getting the Superman that ain't supposed to be. But definitely, he one of them ones, man, and that's why we got all these archetypes based off of Superman.
Yeah.
Because but yeah, hey, James Gunn. I think James Gunn again. He's gonna make sure he got a movie that everybody can get into.
Yep,
that's where the jokes come in.
Yeah,
you can't be super hardcore.
That might be the saving grace.
Yeah, he gonna make sure that it's
Superman, man. It's truth, justice, in the American way.
Yeah. But she gonna stick to that. He gonna make sure he don't betray. I think he gonna make sure he don't betray Superman and what Superman stand for and what he about. But he gonna make sure that the movie, everybody can come in there and go see. Like, he gonna make sure you walk out of there like, man, that was funny. Like,
yeah,
that was fun. That was fun. He gonna make sure it's fun.
He's gonna make sure it's fun because it can't be like
not a character study like Snyder did.
Yeah, because it can't, and we're probably about to stop it a little bit, but it can't be like too sexual.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a bunch of curse words, like a bunch of like
it won't even be like Peacemaker.
Recently, it was like that. I'm like, damn, they cussing off a lot more than I would have thought. But yeah, it would have been like a lot of dark humor. It won't be like Suicide Squad or Peacemaker. When I always use that in there, but like it can't be that level of type of humor. It's Superman.
Yeah. You can't. And it's not gonna be raunchy either.
It's not gonna be raunchy.
It's gonna be fun.
It can't be.
There'll be some serious moments.
Yeah,
there'll be a lot of heart in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But you're never gonna get raunchy. Because it's not Guardians of the Galaxy where they're in space and they're in they're pirates essentially, right? Like they were like bounty hunters and pirates mashed together.
Yeah.
So that's you're gonna get some raunchiness. You're gonna get some
exactly.
some humor, like some dark humor, because they come from that, they cut from that cloth. They're not nice people. like if you met up with them, you met up with any of their teams, they probably like your best shot would be with like Groot and Rocket, right? Like
yeah.
You wouldn't even be that safe with Quill. But anyway, I agree with you. Yeah, I think I don't think it's gonna be as raunchy. Yeah,
it's really gonna be about. It might honestly. One thing we ain't really said. We'll probably leave with this. It's gonna be about him.
Yeah.
What does he bring to the table with Superman?
Right.
Like that might be just what make it or break it, right? Like I don't think it's gonna be that deep in terms of breaking it, but like, is he convincing as Superman?
Yeah, literally, the movie asking that, they're asking the character that, and they're asking the actor that. Like, are you gonna convince us that a man can fly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we got to be sold at the end of it. This is some meta stuff here, right? Because it's like, no, bro, you literally are the key to everything.
Yeah.
You have to win over everybody. The actor got to win us over to launch the universe, and then the character got to win the universe over. You know what I mean? Like the character, like Superman has to inspire everybody.
Yeah, like you say, beacon.
You the beacon. So,
and he as the lead actor, being Superman and Clark Kent, it's him.
Real, man.
Like you got it.
But let me segue here. Speaking of raunchiness, man.